nails, ho. Yeah, go. No competition, these bitches fail, ho. Yeah, go. Curry, no curry, my shit is layers, ho. Yeah, go. Say they keep money, but I can't tell, ho. Yeah, go. Keep running circles around the snail, ho. Yeah, go. And my shit bumping up in the jail, ho.
What's up, baby? Welcome back. Let's get it.
And my shit bumping up in the jail, ho.
What's up, LuxAlgo Live? My name is Jacob. Welcome back to the LuxAlgo live stream. Like always, I appreciate you being here. Y'all know the drill. Let's get it. We'll be back in. We'll be going.
Stomp a little pussy, ho. Get some shell talk. Yeah, go. Slapping rap bitches and make a bell, ho. Yeah, go. Two-tone Cartier match the nails, ho. Yeah, go. No competition, these bitches fail, ho.
What's up? Yeah, dude, let's go. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Lots to go over. What you got for me? I was about to go live and my whole breaker just popped. Everything went dead. Like literally, I was like seconds from going live and everything just died. It was great. It was great, man. Whatever. What's up, Adam? How we doing, man? Oh man, Bitcoin with a hella bounce. We're gonna get into that in just a minute, man. Off the 54K, 257. If you're following my Twitter, I pretty much call the exact move, and we'll go over that here in just a minute. GME earnings tomorrow after hours. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Today it looked like it closed up. I have to go back and look. I want to open up the trading dashboard. Thank you. All markets bouncing though, and there's a lot to talk about. About to get into it. My sound effect board is not working. Why? Why aren't you working for me? What is up? Welcome back to the LuxAlgo live stream. My name is Jacob. Like always, I appreciate you being here. We're gonna get that music turned down. We're gonna dive into the charts here and see what we see coming up later this week, as well as into this month, man. Happy Red September. If y'all don't know September, then it's usually a red month, so get ready to bleed. But we've been bouncing back quite nicely. Bouncing back quite nicely right now. And we're about to get cranking. I get my clock is out of sync. I get it's out of sync, dude. You need to chill. But yeah. This week there is some news we'll touch on here in just a minute that's going to be released. We'll be live tomorrow morning as well, so get ready for that. Doing some U.S. futures trading with the Spaces crew. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're in our funded account now. Today was a pretty good day. I posted on my Twitter too if you want to see anything on the U.S. futures analysis side. This is the right one, wrong one? This is the wrong one. We'll go over some moves today. I'll just leave that there. Making sure we got everything pulled up here. All right. Yo, what's up, Mickey? We're gonna be. I do want to touch live with Mickey here soon as well in the LuxAlgo Discord. So we will. He does a live stream every morning over there. But yes, sir. Let's get the laser off. Is the mic like peaking weird? Does the mic sound weird to you guys? Right, hold on, let me reset the. I'm praying the computer doesn't die again. To be honest, everything I like literally earlier. As soon as I booted everything for the stream up, it just crashed. Stream Deck. You heard me, right? There it is. That's right. I need all my sound effects, baby. Yeah, that's what we need, brother. HVG, time to take profits. Much appropriate your time and effort, fam. I appreciate that, brother. HFG, I guess we long since yesterday. Maybe, brother. We're going to be going over that. Really quickly, though, on the weekends now, I am going to be posting my Bitcoin analysis. I have it pinned right now on my Twitter at Indicators Work. If you want my analysis on Bitcoin with a full breakdown thread, please go follow the Twitter at Indicators Work. If you want constant news updates and new indicators and anything that we got going on, we had ICT respond to us last night, but we had the latest Apple release, everything going on in the market. I mean, whether it's stocks, crypto, that was the wrong ticker symbol. Stocks, crypto, Forex. Man, if you need to be up to date with everything going on, follow the Twitter at LuxAlgo. Very much would help you with understanding what's coming out news-wise, and you get it in real time. So can't go wrong. But I will say, here's our Bitcoin analysis from Saturday or Sunday morning. Yesterday morning. I pretty much posted saying, hey, what are we going to get this week? All right. So here's what our weekly breakdown was, okay? So the weekly breakdown, first off, if you guys don't know, September is for the Bears. Not the boys, it's for the Bears. This is like typical September style trading. Bitcoin, as you can see, in 2021, was up 13.5%. That was after the halving. And then shortly after that, 22, 23, we started seeing a similar correlation with the U.S. market. Now, this September so far, we're down 8.73%. Not as of today. That was as of before the weekly close. So again, we've been seeing a shift in September price movements on Bitcoin. Now, from there, we discussed now we are very bearish on the weekly chart. We think potentially, or I personally think potentially, we could drop down to the 48 to 45K range if it were to fully close and can create a sort of daily downtrend that I am breaking down right here. So in this daily downtrend, we said on Sunday morning that we had a breaker block sitting at 56 to 58K. That's it right here. Here's your 56 to 58K breaker block right there. Beautiful breaker block. We were down here at 54K. Okay. I said, hey, you know what? I like a potential bounce back to 56 to 58. Okay. 56 to 58K. If we get a weekly close over the 54K. It just so happened on that weekly closure price, we had it right above 54K. It was about 54,800. Right. So we got that. And then going right into the next 2 days, we had about a 5% move from that exact low. From that opening or closing price on the weekly, 5% move. And again, now that's what we're watching. I'm watching between 56 and 58 off that breaker. If for some reason we reject that again, I will be targeting roughly 50K. I think we could get another wick down at the bottom there. I think we get another wick down at 50. That would be in that reversal zone on the daily chart. Okay. Which we've wicked twice and have very aggressive bounces off of. So I think we could get that weekly. I think we get the daily wick down there at some time if we reject between 56 and 58K on Bitcoin. Now, that being said, again, on Friday, we talked about, hey, if we can hold 54K, then run it back to that high volume node. This is the only bull case I really like, is if we can get it back up over 67, right? If we can get back up here, I like it for a potential actually break and finally maybe all-time high run through the mid 70s or low 70s. But that is a long ways away. Right now, all we are watching for is exactly this little up and down move. Does it reject this zone or not? That's pretty much what we're going to be watching for. Again, 5% move, perfectly called out. All you had to do is follow the Twitter, and you would have seen that analysis. I just posted an update as well. for you guys, as you can see right here. So beautiful 5% move. That's roughly $2,700 from that weekly close. Let's go, baby. Bitcoin. Does it hold 54K? That is the question. So that'd be exciting. But this week, guys, if I go into my handy dandy, where'd it go? That was earlier this morning. We had a great day trading futures, by the way. We're about $1,500 on the day. We'll come back tomorrow. I'll post that analysis on the Twitter as well, or on the X. I guess I got to say X from now on. But here you go. If we go into my handy dandy bookmarked LuxAlgo post, that gives you all the weeklies updates, right? Just had that Apple event right now. Just pretty much ended there. You got the new iPhone coming out. It looks about the same as the old one. Just looks skinnier and faster. Same old, right? We'll do JPY. Sure, brother. We'll do it for you. Tomorrow we have the OPEC monthly report, 3-year auction. And then we have GME earnings. That's pretty much the top watch tomorrow's GME earnings. Wednesday, we have the NVIDIA CEOs talking. Now, he's been talking a few times, but we do have CPI inflation data. And once again, if you were here on the stream before, CPI data has been absolutely killing it recently, showing that there's a nice slow in inflation. So we'll see if that continues to hit month over month, potentially year over year as well. We also have PPI inflation data on Thursday. So both of those hour before market open, they could determine how that day does and potentially the rest of the week. So besides those two major reports, nothing really else that's going to be as effective on the overall market. But again, I would pay attention about an hour before open on Wednesday and Thursday for potential moves. Okay, Bitcoin will do the exact same. Man said, please, I am in a huge loss. Will Bitcoin go down? Is that what you're asking here, brother? Were you short? If you're short at the low, man, I don't know why. I don't know who told you to short there. Hold on, I'm gonna post this on X as well. If you're short at the low, I don't know what you're doing, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's not. Please. Yo, why is this saying I was live? Wait, that's annoying. When you click the live stream on the main screen, all you see is the vertical. Interesting. All right, whatever. This should be going right now, right? 46 minutes ago, 48 minutes ago. Wait. Maybe if I switch over. I bet you if I switch over to my personal, it'll pop up. Just got to make sure we're working here. We are working. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. But how you guys been? Hopefully you've had a good weekend. Football started. And man, I couldn't be more excited. I kind of wanted to look at some football stuff here if you guys are down for it. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe something new we do since football season's back. But somebody. All right, bet. Who is your team, Jacob? The Titans. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's the worst. You know, they give me a little bit of hope when we change up everything, but then Will Levis goes in there and just completely just throws the game away. Is CPI forecasted low at 2.6%, previous 2.9, which was below forecast 3%. Yeah, so we finally hit the 2.9, which is last. If I haven't looked at the forecast. Let's see. We might have posted something already, but I'm just going to do it here just real quick. Let's see what we're forecasted at on the CPI. Let's not talk about my team, please. Niners, Zach with the Niners today, baby. Dude, Zach, I gotta be honest. I should put all my money on Christian McCaffrey to score, right? He's minus 175 to score, I think. I got to. Like, there's no way that man doesn't get a touchdown tonight, right? There's no way. He has to. I'd be shook. I'd be shook if that didn't happen. Like, let's look. There's no way that he doesn't get in the end zone tonight. Like, and the fact that he's not minus 200 odds, he's 170 now. So literally, he's gonna pay half your money. 600 pays what? 300, 350. So a little bit more than half. Half whatever you put up. I mean, that's honestly, that's like a guarantee. I feel. If you have a boost, you can maybe boost it to plus. But man, that's like free money. We'll see. If that doesn't happen, I would be shook, to be honest. All right, what would you say this week? CPI. We got CPI Germany. Okay. Nope. Don't need that. Man. There's our CPI. We got 2.6 forecasted. You are correct. Year over year forecasted. You see the nice little downtrend we've been having on there. We had the 3 forecasted 3.1. Then we had the 2.9 forecasted was 3. We had the 0.2 month over month. This was on track. The last one was 0.01, so it missed, which is good. It would be nice, but year over year is going to be the more important thing. Let's drop it down on me. You feel me? 2.6 would be huge. Let's see if we can get that. They have him listed as questionable. Yeah, but then they're going to just freaking throw him up there. If he doesn't play, fine. I mean, no, I'm not taking Breece Hall. Nah. We'll look at this in a minute. That'd be fun. Bitcoin balance at what, bro? We just had a mega bounce off 54K, brother. Mega bounce. If you're just now tuning in, I appreciate it. But every on Sundays now, Sunday morning before the weekly close, I don't know why that went away. I see now. I will be posting my Bitcoin analysis, and I post it up here on my Twitter at Indicators Work. Because guys, come on, we all know indicators work. Come on, but I pinned it here. This is my Bitcoin analysis on the weekly. Right now, odds to go down to retest 48 to 45K are there. That is very probable. But I will say this was the bull case on the daily. We look for a bounce up into 56 to 58, reject, then go lower. 50K is going to be that downside target first. See if we can get a wick into one of these reversal zones. But for now, we were talking about how if the weekly closed over 54,000, you're probably going to move up to 56, 58. I posted all on my Twitter on Sunday morning, and we resulted in a 5% move so far. So let's go. And obviously, you have very, very nice bullish divergence triggering for a second time now. So this area is going to be a big area to watch. Let's honestly jump to the big charts and get going here. LuxAlgo products are mostly repaints. Well, we need to work on the English a little bit there, but no, not a single premium indicator repaints. We have maybe one repaint that is a free indicator, and if you are, also I forgot the music is so loud. If you guys want to know if any of our indicators repaint, well, guess what? We are very transparent with which ones do repaint. Now, if you type in the Nadara Watson envelope and you click it, which is one of the free ones that does repaint, and you go over here and you go into, where was it? Was this the right one? Let's see. Because this one does repaint. Was it this one? There's a massive warning on there showing that it does repaint. But this is literally one of the only ones that does repaint. I think it's in the you read it under the about this script. But we make sure to, this one's non-repainting actually. That's cool. Then there's the repainting. So we make sure to clarify 1 billion% if any of our indicators do repaint, we will let you know. I promise you. Okay? So if you don't understand how candle closure indicators work, well, then that you don't understand any of our LuxAlgo indicators. Repaint is just if it adjusts. Like if the indicator, so as if like if there was an order block here, right? And then it like moved to here or something. Or like this order block at this level shifted to this candle based on the new data or something. It all comes down to how candles close. So like a signal here, like if on the signals and overlays, right? Let's pull it up. I'll get my signals on the signals and overlays. Let's see, we got 11 sensitivity and bring it down. So like what he's repainting would be like if I were to right now, like let's say in a minute, this thing comes down here and makes a bigger trend. This candle, let's say, jumps up to that higher, or this 4 signal jumps over here because it looks better, right? Now it's like these candles are based on whichever, or these signals are based on whichever sensitivity you have, right? This is 11 sensitivity, which is the optimal sensitivity. So I usually adjust it to optimal, and then it will give me, based on the last, I think it's 250 bars. Let's see. Should tell you. There you go, 250 bars. It'll give you the new optimal sensitivity. So you adjust it, and then you go according to the latest price action. Now you can put it on autopilot so that automatically like gives you the best within those 250 bars. But well, it doesn't automatically based on the current 250 bar reading. It just does its own, whether it's midterm, short term, or long term signal sensitivity, the best of those three different ones. That's in the autopilot though. So these don't, it's not adjust sensitivity automatically. It's just giving you the best short-term sensitivity, the best midterm, and the best long-term sensitivity, if you were to do that. But it does not repan. It just happens to give you that signal on candle close. What do you feel the safest market to trade? I don't think there's a safest market to trade, man. Yeah, what is up, ma'am? How you doing? Gonna be this light. Getting warm here. I'm gonna take a stand. I don't have my shirt. My shirt's in the dryer, so, or it's in the washer, so I had to put on my freaking sweat jacket with the logo. LuxAlgo is a scam. Absolutely, man. No, absolutely not. You're just not using it right. If you guys don't think indicators work, you're just not using them right. But it's okay. It's okay. Now it doesn't work. Indicators don't work for everybody. They don't work for you. You don't have to use it. I'm not going to sit here and push it on you. Jacob, please. All right, let's get into the Bitcoin chart. Pretty much went over it already, but let's see. This is a buy the rumor, sell the news Trump-Harris debate, right? Let's see here. You know, that's something that we really need to talk about, actually. So the last election was in 2020, right? So the problem with 2020 is we were just recovering from COVID, so it's not the same. What we need to do is, okay, what we need to do is we need to go back to the 2016 election before Trump was president. All right, that's the first thing we should do, and we'll do that on the ES. We could do it on Bitcoin here. Actually, let's do that. We're going to start off on Bitcoin and do that exactly here. Let me make sure I have the right one that I want up right now. What's this one? Yeah, this one. Blocks towards the right. That is the price action concepts indicator, man. That's probably one of my favorite ones, and I'll show you a trade that we had today that was pretty awesome about it. What do you think about ICT? Dude, ICT is great. Again, guys, we have nothing against ICT or anything. Like, he's built his own system that's very profitable. A lot of people use it. Okay, we've helped a lot of ICT traders by creating or developing indicators around his theories, making it easier for people to understand what he's talking about, because a lot of people can't comprehend everything that he's talking about. So we tried to make it easier by kind of turning it into an indicator. And I'm not saying it's going to be perfect compared to how he goes about it, but it's going to at least help somebody start to understand and maybe make it easier for them to kind of study, you know, his theories. But again, for us, it's more so, guys, there's trading is different for everybody. Now, whether indicators work or not, that's, you know, it depends on the person. For me, they work great. I'm a very visual person. I need to see things, and I like to jump on these charts and figure out, like, solving a problem. Like, you're trying to find the perfect dynamic and features to give you the best trading system. That's what I love doing, and the indicators make it much easier. I have alert systems set up to where I can literally go spend time with my new baby and my 2-year-old during the day, get alerted for a setup, and then I could go jump on my computer and then see, hey, I want to take this setup or I don't want to take this setup. That's the best part. I can jump on the charts 15 minutes before open. I can see what the indicators say, and then I can go from there. And then, you know, it's just makes it much easier in my personal life right now to be able to be alerted for setups that I would like to see. Okay. So we talked about last election, 2016 was when Trump did get into office. Now, man, 2016 Bitcoin, right? Pretty crazy. It's probably going to be a little bit different, but here you go. November 2016. I'd like to see, right, when he got elected. Man, that was such a long time ago, dude. Right when Bitcoin was just, let's see, right here, November. So going into it, well, this is quite interesting because look at this, guys. we had a September. You gave me a new view. I totally agree with you. Dude, Fish, I appreciate that, man. Again, I'm not here to push indicators on you. I'm just here to show you how I use our indicators. The only reason I ever connected with LuxAlgo is because I was a user. I was a user and I loved it. I loved especially the guy who develops it. The guy's incredible. He's a really smart dude. Takes all these concepts from around the globe and builds indicators based on these theories to help people understand them a little better. Like the Elliott wave. Like, I couldn't tell you what the Elliott wave is, but I could throw an indicator on it, read about what the Elliott wave is, and then I could 100% probably trade it by the end of the day and learn it twice as fast because I had an indicator to help me along the way. Now, I'm not going to say that it's 100% going to give you the best setup every single time, but it's at least going to tell you and help you learn how to understand what an Elliott wave might be. And that's, you know, just another straight trading style that people, another theory or whatever. There's 100 of them. But in this case, I've liked our premium ones because I found a system that's really worked for me, and that's what it comes down to. Okay, so real quick, though, this is what I meant. 2016, we had September, right? September, we had a pop after a sell-off. Not what we're getting now in Bitcoin. But I will say we did get quite a bit of consolidation in, you know, this is a very low price, but this is back to the previous election before Trump. Trump takes office, you know, obviously in November we get a bigger pump here. And then again, I mean, honestly, that's pretty insane. That's a pretty insane spike. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen with Bitcoin. I am a Bitcoin maxi. I do think that Bitcoin could hit 200K. I 100% think that could happen soon. I've been watching Bitcoin forever. 2016, I think, was like maybe the first time I bought Bitcoin. I have to go back and look when Bitcoin was like right at it, around $1,000. And I would have to look. So that would have been 2017. I've you know, in high school, in 2013, 2014, in high school, I heard about Bitcoin, but I looked at the price. I was like, this thing is expensive. Now, little did I know we'd be trading at 60K. But again, here's your Trump election kind of period. A little bit of consolidation and then pump after the election. Good sign for us potentially here. Consolidation. This is very big price moves, though, compared to what it used to be because a lot more people trade it. Okay, so in this case, do you get all these indicators by subscribing to LuxAlgo, the different tiers? So if like somebody just asked if they wanted the price action, or they like the price action concepts indicator. Now, the nice part is we do have a base level tier that is just price action concepts, and that is probably the most popular one right now. Besides signals and overlays, that's been around the longest, but price action concepts is probably the most popular one. Now, I will say, if you like this indicator here with the volume and all that sentiment and everything, that is absolutely free. It's called the money flow profile. This is one of my favorite. Again, it's just a volume profile. It's going to help you identify very high volume nodes, right? And something that I always watch for with trading. But again, guys, we are in September again. Usually September is very bearish. But in this case right now, for Bitcoin on the daily here, I'm watching this zone right now, as I said on the Twitter, 58K down to 56. We're already above 56. In this current state right now, we're still in a nice bearish trend. Now, we are trading above that reversal zone down here. So I do think, again, with this current structure, we could have a high probability of rejecting, coming back down into this zone. Now, the zone I was going for is about 50K there. Give me another wick similar to what we've had here on Bitcoin a few times. So it'd be nice to get another wick into that reversal zone. I do like that the reversal zone is doing kind of this U formation, right? There's these U's here. Usually what that means is it's not in a significant enough trend. You see how big like a trend like movement is on the reversal zones, right? So it's not in a big enough trend here, meaning it's consolidating. So if we do get another touch of 50K, we could 100% buy it again. But like I said, see some buys, you know, jump back in. But like I said here on my post from the weekend, if I go to the weekly chart, let's do that first. There's a few things, right? We have a interesting breaker happening from this 47K area from a previous swing lower high there before it ran down into the 20s again. That was, you know, a head and shoulders as well. But we broke through that. We also do have an imbalance still sitting here that has not been filled. So we have a weekly FVG, as people call it, but a weekly buy imbalance here between 48 to 44, which is these highs as well. So I do think if price were to actually sell into that area, we would probably get a decent amount of buyback, if not a huge wick like this on a weekly candle. But the reason I kind of like this thing down to that area is mostly because this oscillator. The oscillator has flipped into bearish money flow, right? See, the last time we were in bearish money flow, we did have a slight pullback, but it was holding lows. If this thing increases a little bit more and we get another bearish weekly close, aka this next week, I do think we would retest kind of this zone here. Which is the 48 down to the 45 level. Now, I will say the weekly is already bouncing quite nicely, which is a good sign, but it is Monday. Monday tends to have those high volume moves and then can kind of fade the rest of the week. We'll see. The nice part about the daily, though, does have bullish divergence happening here on the daily lows there with a lower low on the daily candles. But in this case, again, we're still in a bearish trend, but it's not like you can't trade in between. So one thing everybody needs to understand, when you see anybody giving you daily or 4 hour, I wouldn't go lower than 4 hour, but 4 hour or daily or even weekly analysis saying, hey, I like us to go back to 56 and then go lower from there. If you're sitting at 54, you can trade that upside move first and then short yourself and go right back into potentially making a downside play. You can play both sides of the I don't even know what you say, ball, I guess. But in this case, you can literally play the upside versus downside. That's what we did today on the ES, and I'll show you that on the futures chart here in a little bit. But again, if you think your odds are stacked to kind of make a quick move off of a certain level to one side, but you inevitably think it's going to end up going much lower, you could take a nice small little trade if it's something that you like doing, like a day trade and you don't want to hold it kind of thing, that you could take into that first level that you're looking for. So you can kind of double down on a potential trade opportunity that eventually is going to pay out big because it's the opposite direction. All right, so yeah, we're pretty much testing these lows as clean price action goes. You have a nice potential. It was a nice try to bounce off of here, but I will say this thing had a higher low, set a higher high, and then broke that recent lower or higher low there, which is usually a very bearish sign. The minute that broke, you had that nice leg down. We're bouncing back up. This would indicate a very nice area as well. The 50% retracement does line up at 58,848 here on the daily for Bitcoin. It's almost the top of that breaker block. If we were to wick that and close back in the 57s, I would still stay bearish. I do think we could potentially rally back to 58K, but for now, my first target would be the open close low, dead center of this order block, really, or breaker block, around 57,500. I would look for that here in the next few days, if not today. And also, look what else here we do on the 4 hour, have a high volume node sitting up here at 59. We also just expanded into that reversal zone. Makes sense why we kind of bounced off of it. The 4 hour reversal zone on Bitcoin has been quite clean recently. As you can see, extended there, reversal zone rejects, extend there, reversal zone bounces, extended there, kind of faded off and then continued higher. Again, this is something I do want to tell you guys if you do trade the reversal zones, okay? And one reason why I 100% love them, because you actually can identify whether or not they're a good reversal zone play or not, because there's a few things you can look for. Also, you guys can hear me well, right? Versus the music. I can turn the music down if you want me to. Let me know. Either way. So, as you can see here, this reversal zone bounce had a nice little rally up. Now, from here, sounds fine? Okay, cool. From here, if you were to, let's say, buy the escape or kind of buy this pullback, they've had a 2% run, right? So the way to go about these reversal zones, in my opinion, is see how quickly you get a bounce back, right? V bounces happen all the time, especially on Bitcoin. They do happen all the time. See how, notice here, this thing on the 4 hour literally dove into 58K-ish and then wicked back up. You had almost a nice, really aggressive hammer there. I would, some people could say that's an engulfing, but it's not even engulfing because it didn't take out the highs. But this little bounce back here, giving you an indication that it literally took out those lows, closed back up inside a reversal zone, means this volatility to the downside was a little too aggressive. So it's probably going to need to get bought up again before it goes lower. Same here. It immediately starts heading back. That's usually when you want to do it. If you look here, price, in this case, immediately starts heading back, and then it does bounce back. That one, 100%, would have probably been one where you would have, thought, okay, this could have been a good play, but it wasn't. But what I'm talking about here is this one actually would have been a failed move here, because that's actually a pretty clean. Wait, where's my? I keep forgetting I have a Mac and a PC. It drives me nuts. So here, this one actually would have been kind of a bummer because this thing did try to make that V bounce. Either way, I probably would have wanted a 2 candle setup versus a 1 candle setup. 2 candle setups are way better. This is a 3 candle setup. But my what I'm talking about here is when they slowly fade like this. If they slowly fade off of a reversal band, it's not really worth it to potentially look for it because it could be bull flagging, right? There's your bull flag, extends again, doesn't really revert. Fades, fades, fades. Now it's trading sideways in between here. Comes back down here. You want candle closures inside, and there you go. There's your aggressive pushback, and then massive engulfing candle here. Beyond extended in that reversal zone, comes back through. Here, I wouldn't have taken that. Similar situation, but in here, again, this here, you have a bullish hammer. Now, that's an extremely bullish candle. But it was also in a reversal zone, giving you that double bias. And if you go to the daily chart, as I stated already, you had an open close level right here on the daily that we had price close over again. And also on the weekly candle, it actually did not even retest previous week's low, which is a really strong idea. So going even from the weekly down to that 4-hour level, seeing that inside a reversal zone as well, playing out with a very nice bullish hammer there, you pretty much were stacked for this potential bounce back. So it's looking really good. I will say these high volume nodes can pull it. So let's see if volume can get pulled back to that 59K level. Now 58K, I think we're going to struggle because of that daily, but there's a lot of volume sitting up there at 59, as you can see here. This is 2 nodes there. It could start at 58,500. Let's go there. Okay. Did you want to enter short? No. This is the, if you're talking about the reversal zones, that's the signals and overlays. High volume node is the money flow profile, and price action concepts is the order blocks. Let me do this. I'm going to pin both of these. People always ask. Vote for Trump or you ain't a day trader. Absolutely. At this rate, man, I'm not very political on here. Usually, but like some of the things going on with the Democratic Party is just weird to me right now. It's just very strange. I'm not a fan of either. I am more conservative, but I'm not a fan of I'm not as much of a fan as of Trump either. I don't like either candidate, honestly, but if Trump's the obvious choice right now, it's just the other party is just ugh. I don't know what's going on. All right, 59K though, going up back to that level would be the overall push. It's hard to, I just don't know. I don't know. It's hard, man. There's just some weird things going on. I can't wait till the next round. I can't wait till the next round of, I need to refresh this. Also, new update, new thing in TradingView, which is really, really cool, is you can click this refresh wheel. There's an update available on your indicator, and then update the latest version just like that. That easy. It's awesome. But yeah, no, I can't wait for the next round of candidates. After these 4 years, let's just move on to the next set. But right now, yeah, 58K would be that upside target because of we have an order block there sitting on the 4-hour, but on the daily, it's also that break your block zone. So we'll see how price reacts to that here. Let's go over gold. Gold. I know my gold fans are here. They love it. Again, this has not had an extension in either direction. As you can see, the reversal bands have just been chilling. They've been hovering. They're not really going anywhere. This is the 4 hours. Go to the daily. Are settings reset when the indicators refresh and updated? Yes, you do have to update them, sadly. Like if you have custom colors and whatnot. Yes. Moonboy, the young genius president. I am a fan of Vanek. I always mess up his name. I've listened to a bunch of his stuff and I still can't pronounce his name. I am a fan of his, but I need to see more too. All right, first off, basic price action, you're respecting the highs. If you're not respecting the highs, then I would be bearish. I like this. Vivek, that's what it is. Yeah. I got to type this into Google. Pronunciation. Let's see. Okay, jerk. I can't even hear. Oh, I keep forgetting I'm on the wrong one. Did I say that right? I feel like everybody though in their 40s and 20s to 40s like him. We're gonna get this right, so I don't sound like an idiot. Vivek. No more Pepe game? We can bring out the Pepe game. My life's just been so crazy recently. Like, this baby is so much different. Vivek. Is that even right? I feel like he says it differently. I don't know. All right. But right now, gold, when to short? I'm assuming he's asking about gold. I honestly... Do you have a price action or S&D indicator for every time frame? Yeah, dude. So you can adjust your time frame on here on the order blocks however you want. This is my usual setup. I have recently I've gone back to this 1 hour, 15 minute, and 5 minute order blocks all lined up here because I'll show you in just a minute how we did it today on that ES. Pepe's out in the Lambo celebrating all his wins. Yeah, dude. Honestly. All right, yeah. So we bounce off these previous highs. Pretty clean price action, right? On gold here. There's no reason to look short on this until that structure does break. Honestly, it's going to be below this low 24.71 would be kind of where I would want it. 4 hours as well, as you can see here. We've just been hovering in this node. Again, if you were to have any type of pivot candle inside that node, I would 100% take that trade. Like right here off of the 2500. I mean, it's 2500. Like, come on. That's kind of why we're hovering here too. As of now, current structure is a little bearish. You got bearish money flow going on. It is trying to bounce off of a news candle, right? On Friday, we had NFP, non-farm payroll, did miss. Okay. For those of you that didn't know what non-farm payroll was last Friday, here's a quick catch-up of what happened on Friday. Also, go Irish, sadly. Also, another thing here, if you can't pass this, only pro traders can pass this, by the way. If you looked at the 5 minute first, you failed. Sorry. You probably all failed. All right. Here you go. Here was the market recap from Friday. Unemployment stayed at 4.2%, but then non-farm missed. So the market went up, and then it went right back down. There's your Uno reverse market that happened on Friday on the ES and Bitcoin as well. But yeah, so we're trying to kind of fade back from that NFP news on Friday. Jobs report wasn't the best, but as you can see here right now, 50% retracement. We're almost there on this daily 4 hour. On this 4 hour, there's your 50% at 25.07. I failed. Sleep failed. I pinned it there, Young. I pinned it, Young. I thought that was clever. I did come up with that. Nobody else came up with that. I will take trademark of that one, or whatever you want to call it. That's my joke. Either way. All right, going up to 5707.483. Let's see. That's kind of what I'd be watching right now is potential on that reject. If we go to the 1 hour, let's take a look. 1 hour did have a double bottom pretty much there, so that's clean. You do have a high volume node here with this breaker right here. So price, if it were to fully extend, you could probably be targeting upside move right now. 25.15. That could be a potential push. Not bad at all, actually. Let's expand. Let's expand this zone to 500 bars. For 1 hour can be a little different. Yeah, because there's that volume sitting up there. Let's do 300. Ooh. 400. There you go. 400 is good. We'll do 400 bars. Okay, so good. All right, volume's still sitting low. 500 kind of moved up a little bit. So again, though, as you can see here, there's a massive block of yellow. This massive block of yellow here between these two order blocks usually indicates it's probably going to just trade between those zones. So right now, your odds of it going back to that 2515 are probably pretty high right now. And it's above the high volume node. See how it continues to trade over that. Let's go to the daily oscillator. Daily oscillator is pretty good here. It is kind of in a downward move, but I'm gonna be honest. I rather if I'm gonna look for an upside move on gold to the 25.15 level, it's gonna have to break above that 50% retracement off this 4 hour level. It's just gonna have to. I would need to see a clean break above that. Otherwise, it's just still in that bearish structure, and we're bearish on the 4 hour, and we're looking bearish on the 1 hour as well. Even with that double bottom, it's about to peak up here, which could, it could again flip back. But I do think that gold might do something like this as well. For now, it could come right back to this zone first, and then make that move. So we'll see where it's at. But again, it needs to kind of rally back through that 50% retracement first. Okay, so we'll see. That's gold. My normal chart there. Let's go back to stream. Again, though, holla at me, Solana.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
If you don't know me and you don't, and you're new here, you're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't get this play, but again, I told you guys every level that I buy, especially on Solana. Now, for me, crypto are long-term holds. I like to hold crypto long-term. I don't really like to day trade crypto because I like to trade futures, U.S. futures. And I tell you the levels I look for on Solana and on Bitcoin and on Ethereum when they aren't just getting completely deleted from the crypto market. But Solana, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, I've always said I like to buy 136.50 and 121. I've talked about this a trillion times, ever since this first move happened here. All right. We've talked about, hey, I'm going to buy 121 every single time. Bought it here, bought it here, bought it here. I just have ordered. I literally just place orders there. Like, I need to place more, to be honest, now. Come back to me. But again, it's just this level here does come from the daily time frame. It comes from this daily open close high back here. I've liked it a million times before. Price had a problem getting through it. It finally did. Found support on it. Bounce, 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 bounce. Happened again. 121. That's just it, man. That's the price. So in this case, I usually pick some up at 136.50 as well. I did back here. I did not back here because usually, the odds of it doing it again weren't as high as if these wicks down here. So we got another wick here. Because look, we've traded bodies through that 136.5 level over and over and over again. We've only wicked 121. So that's why I like the 121 level for just buys every time, because that wick is perfect. But as you can see here, we're back up to 134 again. Now 136.50 is better for me on the weekly chart. I would like to see a weekly close over that. We've bounced before and almost made that move for that new all-time high. Then we kind of been flooding between the 121 and 136 quite a bit. Closed over it again, failed again, still holding. That's fine. Let's keep holding. This is a nice doji candle that could result in a nice push into the rest of this week. So we'll see how that does. We have CPI this week. We'll see that could send us into bigger moves as well, because again, the crypto market is now more correlated with the U.S. market than ever before. So be on the lookout for U.S. news if you're trading crypto as well. But that 136 really just comes from these open close highs and lows here that clearly had strong reactions to. And now we're getting the same thing on the 121. Beautiful, beautiful bounce back. Gotta love it. But Solana right now. We got a node sitting here 144-ish. That's what I'd be looking for on Solana. 144 move up. If we can break through the 136.5, 137 area. Let's go to Ethereum. I mean, let's see. Is the 200 bars same? Probably not. 200 bars up there. Let's go 400 then. 400 though, either way. If you expand the volume, right? And I go to like a daily time frame. Settings for money flow profile. I keep forgetting they are a little different. So I take off all the average traded nodes. I just drop that sense because it kind of filters out everything. If you take that off like this, you start to see significant areas of low volume and high volume, which I really like. I have this at 70%, and then 95 heat transparency. So that's why I said you'll see these little tiny nodes down here, but like, again, 7 billion, 4 billion is still a lot of volume there. So those are good target points. I'm from the US, man. If that's, I don't know if you're asking like a specific state or anything, but I'm from the US. I'm kind of curious. Let's put this back to 500. Same level, a little lower. 500 gives us a little bit more volume there. Okay, so in this case, 500 there, as you can see, pulled it down to 1881. Now, I will say that I do like the default on this. Usually 200 is what I go for. I only will do adjusted bars if needed. But let's look at the daily here, because the daily, what do we see? We see this blue line across here. Guess what that blue line is? That is bullish divergence. We have officially confirmed bullish divergence right now. That was on Sunday's close. So we'll see how Ethereum does from here. Now, again, this one's the one that's been the lagger, right? It has fully come down and almost touched this previous breaker around 2K. I think 2K would be a huge buy, but I will say off this open close high here, look at this. This is why I love open close highs, especially on a weekly. Gosh dang it, hold on. I gotta click over here. That's the only problem with the heat map. So this open close high right here, right? That's right there. So it's around, let's see, 2119, right? What's the low? Low is 2116. I mean, you can't get better than that. Weekly bounce off that open close significant high. And support, right? Beautiful bounce. If it's going to hold over 2119, I like it. It's got to come down to this breaker block to start being a little bit more bearish, and that's going to have to fully break it. But again, here, similar situation. You had a pivotal move off this open close high of 3,500 on Ethereum, coming down to this low. This is quite a big extension on a weekly. This thing is almost fully extended on the weekly chart, which is honestly pretty good. If we go to the daily, though, let's go back. You have that bullish divergence trying to set up. So I honestly wouldn't like this thing to be fully bullish divergence until it breaks a swing point, which would be up here around the high of 2564. So let's see if we can get a nice break up above 2564. In this case, though, I do like the fact that this, again,
Who's your daddy?
you were on stream with us, and you've been on stream with us over and over again. We talked about just this basic bear flag that was forming at the lows, and it happened to, again, take out those previous lows, 2,500, 2,400, almost going as low as 2119. I think the low was 2150, so almost 2,100. But we plotted this bear flag over and over again. We had this big breakout pretty easily, which is good. So again, it's just very clean price action. There's not really much to talk about there other than how clean that was. You had a bear flag here on the 4 hour as well that rejected a breaker and a high volume node. Notice here, if I were to, this is 200 bars. Honestly, that was all this price action, right? So this takes out this low, right? Now, for those of you that trade buy and sell side liquidity, stuff like that, you pretty much had your setup, right? You had a takeout of these highs, right? You had to take out these highs. Takes out the highs, and then it immediately reverts and takes out the lows, right? Takes out both sides of liquidity, and then immediately bounces off a reversal zone back into a what? High volume node. High volume node here, which is from here. This is your node box, right? From that consolidation. Oh, I need a box. Here. This is your high volume node, right? But it happens to be a high volume and a breaker block from that recent breakout price, right? Breaks out, immediately creates this bearish candle. The minute I would have seen, again, I don't day trade. I don't day trade crypto. I would if I could have margin. I can't. I thought about day trading crypto futures. They're just not there yet. They're getting there. They're spotty still. Now, if I would have seen this candle right here, for one, you broke the trend and rejected off this breaker block and high volume node. After sweeping upside liquidity and downside liquidity, here you go. You reject here. If I would have seen this right here, I would have taken a short. There you go. Boom. I would have taken it right off of this close. Candle close there, stops at the highs. I would have targeted these lows. That would have been a 1-to-8.5 ratio. Now, obviously, if you're not holding runners, I don't know what you're doing. Your next target would have probably been these open close lows down here at 9.3, or it would have been 9% move. It would have been, what, 3-to-1 ratio? Yeah, so it would have been a pretty nice, and again, that's on a 4-hour chart. So that first initial move off of this level here to that low was 5%. That's a huge move. So insane. Lower highs all the way down. And again, even with this thing taking out that low, it barely touched reversal zone. Notice how the reversal zones here, if I were to take off everything else, notice in this case how the reversal zones continue to move in a downwards direction, highs and lows, right? That's usually when you start to see price trend. Now, another thing you can add that a lot of people like is the smart trail. The smart trail is actually pretty insane. I've noticed it's pretty insane on crypto. It pretty much what you want to wait for is price to actually show that it's in an aggressive move like this and see how it reacts on a retest. If you would have seen a candle like this on a retest on a 4-hour, this goes up for one. This here, if you ever, by the way, if you ever see a candle that pumps into a zone and then closes back down like this, leaving that big of an upside wick, but then immediately engulfs it on the next one, the odds of that being the most bearish setup ever is like your downside odds are almost like 90%, like 9 to 1. It's just insane. I mean, you got it in a downtrend there, lower high setup. It rejects a smart trail, closes down again. A lot of you might not understand price structure, or how price moves or how candles set up. But I mean, that just comes with time. But in this case here, everything was leaning super bearish there, which was on this candle here. If you want to wait for obviously a turning point on the oscillator, you could have, but you still had bearish money flow as well. That also price barely just fully extended. Price fully extended here, but you had bullish money flow, right? Comes in, bearish money flow. You had a very bearish candle setup off of a rejection of the smart trail, and you have everything pushing down on price. So the reversal zones as well, pushing down on price. But not only that, you showcase here that you just rejected a breaker that just so happened to also be in a high volume node, right? So outside that node, when you get to low volume areas, by the way, that's usually where the trends happen. That's where you start seeing good movement in price, and that's usually the red on the money flow profile. So as of now, as you can see, we've finally shown the oscillator trying to pivot back on Ethereum here, and we'll see if it can kind of pick back up from this level and then bounce back to potentially 2,500 right now is the biggest bet. My opinion, easier to trade stocks or crypto. I like to trade U.S. futures if I'm like trading, right? I buy and hold crypto at key levels. But you know, if I could trade, if I had the, I don't know. It depends too. I don't have enough time, so I need something that closes. If I had the opportunity in the U.S. to trade leverage crypto, I probably would, but at the same time, though, I love that the U.S. market closes because then I can not think about it, even though the futures are literally going to open here in an hour, and I'll probably look at them. But again, I mean, I know they were releasing. This is big. So like they're starting to see more volume in the Bitcoin futures too, which I've thought about trading. But again, they open and close the same as any of the U.S. Futures as well. So that'll jump up there at some point. But I don't know. I thought about it. I just like the tax benefits on trading for futures. I don't know why you would trade anything else, to be honest. And they're just way better. Way better. You got 60-40. Do they change it to 70-30? I think it's still 60-40 on those tax benefits, which is pretty awesome. Which is 60% in capital gains, 40% in income tax or whatever, short-term capital gains. So you get a little tax cut on those. But I will say, cryptos, it plays in technical analysis a lot better. Crypto does work with TA a lot better. Just because it's not as reliant on news and the way companies are performing, right? It's pretty much reliant on everybody's mind, right? It's how, what do you value Bitcoin at? What do you value Ethereum at? What do you value Solana at? That's kind of how it is right now. And there's a limited supply and all that. So it's just, yeah, it's an interesting topic. There's a lot of more, like, nowadays, obviously, it moves a little bit differently because, you know, it's affiliated with the U.S. market and all these ETFs across the globe. But it's still there. It's still based on human psychology of what it's actually valued at, which is interesting. But we'll see. I don't know. Crypto, I do love a lot, though. I buy plenty of crypto. So if I'm trading, though, it's mostly going to be U.S. futures. Okay, so crude oil was something that I was also keeping a close eye on. We're at these lows. Your odds of potentially bouncing these lows are pretty high. I don't necessarily like to play bounce backs like this just because they're selling into them. You don't really want to catch a falling knife. These lows have bounced quite a bit. The only time I'll buy these lows, again, if it's like Solana or Ethereum and I'm buying for the long term, if I'm going to trade these lows, that's the hard part. It's hard to just want to trade this low. Now, the only time I will try trading moves up or down, right? So what I'll do, like on crude oil here, is if I go to like a daily, right, I'll watch this like daily open close low here. I go to the weekly. How's the weekly looking? That same zone there is off that wick low. Watch this level as well. It's in that high volume node too, and that's off of 70. More than likely, when price dumps into 70 here, and you see like a 15-minute or a 1-hour bounce back. So I'd wait to see reaction first, because you know me, I'm gonna be trading on reaction, which it didn't get when it touched 70, by the way. So I would be waiting to see how price does structure itself pretty well here. So that was last Wednesday. It just wasn't holding kind of that 70. It broke out, it broke back through, it broke out, it broke back through, broke out, broke back through. Again, if this reclaims 70, maybe I start trading it there. But essentially, like here, much better. Here you got an extended price goes down, double bottom, right? Price then breaks out. I would have probably entered right here for a trade, and then kind of played it out to those highs because I was, waiting on it. But if I had a key level, like let's just say 70 exactly, if I went back and plotted it enough, saw 70, I would just buy with a very, very short stop, or see first off how it reacts. Like in this case, see, this isn't a good example because it doesn't react off 70 at all. Like that kind of sucks. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't even. Like maybe here on this candle, I'd like buy right here at the low and have my stop very short, very, very short. The only time I try to catch lows is if I'm gonna, or highs, I try to buy very, very, very low risk to reward, or low risk, sorry. Because you're looking for that bigger move. But you feel like I got 269 again, yeah, it's very nice. I think that's how it is here too. But yeah, crude oil has been interesting though. These price moves are kind of crazy. This is the first day we've had in a while it's actually bullish. It's actually closing green. The weekly's trying to bounce back. If it does bounce here, though, again, let's just run up to this node, 76 to 80. 80 is pretty key there. Let's see. We've been going for an hour. GME, let's look at it. How's GME doing after hours? So I had a GME long from here. I'm still in it. I haven't looked at it today, other than earlier today. Still in it. The call options are being a little weird. They had a nice run up on Friday to 24-ish, and I think I had about 80% on it then. We're back to 14% profit, which is kind of lame. Today we had about 45% up here. So I'm still holding a few. I took some profits today when it hit 25. It barely hit 25. I want to play it into tomorrow before earnings and close before before earnings happen. But right now it's holding nicely after hours. We had that big update with Roaring Kitty tweeting for the first time in a while. Earnings could send it. There's some interesting dark pool prints today that were pretty large apparently. But if we get a nice move. Again, you can see us structure-wise, 4 hour looks great. We've kind of retested this previous high, and we bounced. Money flow profile is sitting there. The reversal zones in this case probably aren't as important because we're not necessarily trading it. You're more so playing volume hype. Biggest reason why I actually entered this, by the way, was because of this first volume day. It was a very aggressive volume day. And the last time we've had aggressive volume days is usually because they're about to get the next run up or something. Somebody maybe bought a bunch of call options, stuff like that, right? Can you make a living out of trading? Yes. I would also recommend always having a stable living though. Trading's not going to be 100% stable. That's why you see all these people actually selling courses and stuff. It is because they want to help, but it also, gives you that sense of stability that you don't have to necessarily make your bread from just trading, because then that's a huge pressure that gets applied to you. So I would always recommend having a separate job. When I first got into this around like 2015-ish, 2016, when I first got into trading in general, right after Robinhood launched. is when I was like, you know, looking for potential moves in the trading industry. So, you know, I eventually was doing this with everybody, finding groups to trade with, and then kind of branched off, and LuxAlgo started, and I fell in love with the visual aspect of it because that's me. I'm a visual person. I went to college for film, right? And marketing. And so like that drew me in, and so I was like, I gotta be a part of this. So Big Brain, what's up, man? Yeah, this is the YouTube stream. There is a separate stream. Yo, Willis, what's up? There is a separate stream as well. That is the wide stream format. So make sure you tune into that as well. And since you're new here, everybody, kudos to this man. Let's give him some smoke. He's coming from the Discord. So real quick. Yeah. Welcome, brother. Which indicator do I use? I use the, man, I use everything. Nah, I'm just kidding. I use signals overlays, price action concepts, and again, let's go to the U.S. markets. First Pepe. Yo, Dame, what's up, brother? Good to see you. How'd they close today? Nice bounce. Yo, what? Hold on. How did that get away from me? We're gonna load this again. What? Did I delete that today? That's annoying. Okay. So if you guys do trade US futures, which I'll be back trading them live on YouTube tomorrow, guys. We'll be here tomorrow trading US futures in the morning. So make sure you join up. We'll be live on Spaces as well. Make sure you following, and we're live in Spaces right now, but make sure you are following the LuxAlgo Twitter if you're not already. We'll be live in Spaces tomorrow on there as well with this group of guys. It's incredible traders. But I'll tell you who they are tomorrow if you join up there. But I will say that also on my personal profile, I post my morning analysis on what I'm looking at indicators work is my thing, by the way. When that wasn't taken, I was like, let's go. This is the best handle ever. Either way, I do post my analysis on what I'm looking for. 2 weeks ago, last week we passed a funded challenge. We were starting to trade that funded account this week. Today was a pretty good day, but I'll post my what I'm looking for, whether it's on ES or NQ. Sometimes I'll do both. Today was a good day. We're up 1,500 in the account. Actually, I think at 1,400 after fees or whatever, but up 1,500 in the account. Biggest reason. I mean, first off, if you just read the post, you know, Monday morning, let's start with the one-day chart. Discuss how we fully made 50% retracement like we talked about last week, which we did. Great start to a bounce, and we were already up 33 points after hours. So this was it here, right? 50% retracement on the Fibonacci from that recent swing point. We bounced off of, right, a very, very clean high volume node and order block as well before we made that kind of V bounce, and now we've retraced the 50%. That's why kind of today, dude, we on X. You ignore new subs. What do you mean? I didn't see a new sub. I don't get alerts if you're talking about the subs, by the way. My feed on Streamlabs says our last sub was Pattern Works, which was 4 days ago. I don't know why it doesn't update, but sorry. I appreciate you subbing if you did, brother. I appreciate that, Dane. But again, we'll be live trading US futures tomorrow, but I post my analysis in the morning. But 50% retracement happened, right? That was the biggest thing on the daily. If we dove into that 1 hour chart, we had, guess what? A high volume node, or sorry, a breaker block here, right? And then we had an upside target of 55.20, which was a high volume node on the 1 hour. Now we've just hit that reversal zone as well with a V-type shape bounce, like we talked about, which is what we like. So again, going into today, okay, I like to push into this area below 54.80 and then dump back down. I wasn't happy with your ETH post. When did I post that? Ethereum. When did I do that? Either way, we like to reject off 54.80 and then that push. Potentially, if it breaks out of that, we want to see off 54.80 up to 55.20. The 15-minute had a multi-level breaker block overlap, which is something that kind of I haven't invented that, but it's something that I really like to use. I don't know where my VWAP went, by the way, which makes me mad to re-add that. VWAP is something that I would consider if you're a trader to always have, by the way. It's just something that's it's needed Oh, I think I hit it accidentally and went away. It's something to see. It's something that's, you know, been traded forever. Now, if we go back to today's price action, as you can see, right? We go to the high volume node. Here's your 1 hour. It's still up there, right? We didn't fully extend to it, but what did happen? First off, if we go to the back to the post there, and what I like today, first off, we like the bounce back. First, we wanted to get a move into 54.80 for a reject. Well, this morning on the 15-minute, let's see, opening price was right here. Am I in? Which one am I on? Yeah, this is about it here. Here's your 54.80 price was right here. All right. Price goes up to this exact zone, wicks it, right? And then completely dumps back to VWAP from there. So we had a very lovely trade off of that level, but it just so happened to come back to this previous swing low here and create a nice little bounce, right? Create a nice little bounce back. Now, in this case, that 54.80, which we plotted, you know, on our charts beforehand, if I can grab it right here, off that rejection, right? If that were to get broke again, if it would have went back up and break out again, it probably would have bounced and then actually made potential move through that to the upside. We got that breakout on the 15-minute. Then price just really held very well over that, actually. We had this breakout here, made a move back into, let's see, what was that high? 54.92.5. And then we had the Apple event hit, right? Apple event hit, and then it came back and broke back below these areas. But bounced off that breaker there, broke back lower, and then retested VWAP yet again. But again, usually for me, I'm in and out of it. I'm done trading by lunch, which is around, you know, noon. So I like to trade the first move and then potentially the second move if it plays out accordingly. But not a bad day. I posted it in Discord. You have to send it to me, man. I don't know which one you're talking about. But not a bad day because obviously consolidation. VWAP though, look at how VWAP held here and a high volume node area, right? High volume node and VWAP holds, right? And then makes that move again. So again, that's just another level of consensus that helps after, you know, making that push on that reversal zone. But either way, reversal zone is still pointing in this upward direction now. It looks super solid. I do think, like we said already, on this 1 hour, which we'll see how it opens. Yeah, we got about 50 minutes here. On this 1 hour, I like it right up to 55.14-ish on the ES still. We're holding VWAP very well on that 1 hour. I think we could get a breakout, maybe continue into tomorrow morning to make that bounce back. Plus, again, the daily, 50% retracement. Perfect bounce, all right? And then today we had a massive move. We're up one. Is that really just 1%? Gotta be more than that. From open, 1.27%. 1% from the previous day. Close there. But again, everything played out accordingly. And I posted on there. There you go. Post it on there, and then I'll post updates throughout the day as well. So, like, we had our first initial push here. And again, I say that this is what I was saying at open. I said I want to push right up into that, 54.80 level, right? At the bell. Where'd it go? Here you go. One more time. Looking great this Monday morning. Let's start with the one-day chart and discuss. And then I said 1 hour. Wait, where is it at the bell? Here you go. I love bullish into the bell on the 15-minute. That 54.80 level is going to be very crucial this morning. I love bullish into the bell. I can guarantee you I took a long as I posted there. Even if I said I want to see reject that 54.80 and we're trading at 54.60, why couldn't you trade from that level up to that level and then look for a short opportunity? Like, why? Sorry, it was from here. From here to there, right? Why couldn't you do that? I mean, there's just no reason not to, potentially trade that move. And then you'll see, goodness gracious. We had that first initial move. Now, I didn't get as much as I wanted. I didn't like the price action on the 5-minute. This is the 1 minute to show kind of the entries and exits. We had 2 trades. I re-entered at this low at 54.60. I really wanted the break to 54.80. I wanted it to be faster. I thought we could maybe get a bigger move. We didn't. Got 2 trades for 10 points. That was the $1,000 move. I tried to then take some shorts off this high, and then missed my initial short opportunity. But then, like I said here, I tried to take a short here, and it failed. It broke back out. I was about 10 minutes late on the short opportunity. Like I said, very short, very, 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 very short potential risk on those if I'm trying to catch a top or something. Tried it again here and here, right? So then I finally flipped because we did make and break this long. We had another 10-point move there, closing the day on 1,500 in profit. And I'll be posting that again tomorrow. So we'll see where we're at from there tomorrow. But it's all trading 2 minis, by the way. So we're 15.25, or I think it's like 15.4. I have to go back and log in. But not too bad of a day. So again, it's easy to flip bias, man. You just like understand what the charts look like at the bell. Watch to see how they trade. If they break out of your key levels, like we said already on that initial chart, we wanted a target 1 break or reject. It broke. Once that broke through that level, which was, guess what, a 1 hour, which I'm going to bring back up now. This is what I want to get into. But a 1 hour here from earlier today, breaker block. So if I go here, this is opening here. So we have this 1 hour breaker here, right? This was the break and retest I wanted, and also the reject. If I pull up though, all other time frames, which if I pull up this one, it's 15 minute. This is chart. I'm going to do 5 minute on this. There we go. So here we go. On here, so this can go with any market, by the way. This is why I have, we did a full breakdown of Bitcoin, Adam, literally for about 45 minutes at the beginning of this stream, okay? So go back on the stream. Dave. Either way, all right, so here you go. First off, we have a 15-minute gold breaker there. We have a 1 hour white breaker. And I don't think we had a 5 minute there either. But we didn't have a 5 minute. We had the 15 minute and the 4 hour that were overlapping right here. That's the area then on that overlap that I would want to look for a potential rejection. Price literally drives in there and then just completely dumps it. Now, if I would have gone to the 15 minute here, we would have seen that even in that same zone with the double overlap, because we had multiple instances of price action concepts, I'm going to even take off the reversal zones. We had multiple instances of price action concepts at that level that were breaker blocks, right? And again, that actually closed over on the 15 minute here. But if you should see it right here. Well, actually, I didn't come up because there's not enough. And that's another reason why looking at it in multiple time frames can be super key. And there you go. So I had to up the amount of order blocks shown, but it doesn't matter because when I'm looking at this 1 hour chart, I saw both of them, right? I saw the one on the 15 minute and then 1 hour overlapped, right? That's where I'd be initially looking for that potential rejection play happen perfectly. Now, if that were to break again, though, then we could consider anything above this to be bullish. And like we were saying, we were targeting these upper zones as well. We ended up actually coming back down and holding VWAP and now bouncing back. I'm still, again, high volume node now is that next upside target, which would be 55.20. We'll see how it does after this. We'll see how it does going into kind of this market close. Or, sorry, market open. Gotta stop speaking when I'm reading something like a chat or something. NASDAQ. But again, I'll post my analysis on the Twitter at Indicators Work there every morning. So make sure you follow that. And I appreciate everybody that has followed me just now. Awesome. But I appreciate everybody that has followed me from the stream. You guys are awesome. Because I'm just now starting to do that. But again, so if we go into now, let's go to the NQ real quick for my NQ traders. We went over gold earlier as well for those of you that might want gold. We did it at the beginning earlier in this stream. 200 here. So this high volume node is actually up here. So it's good to watch correlation between this and the ES as well. I'm going to get rid of this because that is coming from highs. But you still have, again, yellow overlap here. All right, this is my favorite levels to target is these previous highs. But again, I don't need that. I can throw up the order blocks, right? I keep forgetting this is NQ. So it's a little different. We got an order block that shifted up higher, which is at 19,000, which makes sense, right? 19K is a pretty significant level. So this on the NASDAQ did not break that previous swing low. I haven't even looked at the NASDAQ today. I didn't like it this morning. It didn't even break that breaker. Look at the ES. which is interesting. The ES broke this swing low. The NASDAQ didn't. So that's actually quite interesting. So if I compare them, I could actually sit here and say, hey, you know, we have to get up for this market to be bullish into tomorrow. We got to get through 18,765. Got to get through the top of that breaker. Now, if we look at the, does the 15-minute have any? I don't think it does. So that's actually quite interesting. Yeah, there you go. So this looks a little crowded, obviously, which is annoying. I'm going to take off these. I'm going to go back to 5 on these. There you go. Should get rid of some. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me get rid of the, well, no, that's fine. Actually, because as you notice, this is 15 and 1 hour. I just wish I could get rid of this one. If I took off breakers, it would show up, but it would go away. But there's your 1 hour breaker there. But we want to see that there's also 15 minutes sitting there from that previous Friday low. But it's annoying now because this technically is a breaker from that recent close there. So it's kind of like triple overlapping. But in this case here, this area is going to have to break. We need to see a 15-minute candle close somewhere around 18,765. It'd be nice. You sold NASDAQ for 2 hours. Was in that correction? Nice. It would be, again, this is a significant low. It'd be nice to see if we could close up over this on the 1 hour as well. It continued holding over VWAP, which is really good. So we'll see if that happens. It has already had its breakdown, right? This one, though, is a little different because look at the daily on here. Again, high volume node bounce. Am I right? So if we look at the daily on this fib, which is interesting, the fib from here is what I was originally watching. But watch, if I bring it down here, you can see today we've actually retested it. But if we go into here and maybe pull up the 618, I'm curious, the 60% bounce. Yep. So here's your 618% bounce, and that's usually a zone you could identify as a decent bounce, but it lines up perfectly with this high volume node as well around that 18,373, 18,400 level. Fine, gold is going to fly. Gold is respecting highs, man, so it looks really good for that bullish move. Does look good. Gold does look good. So from where we're at now, 19K right now looks to be a good target to go for. Again, it's a, you know, pretty psychological level. We'll go to that 4 hour here. But we are also, again, showing bullish divergence, and it broke structure on the oscillator here on the 4 hour NASDAQ setup. This looks really good. This looks actually really strong for this thing to potentially make its move into that 19K maybe tomorrow. And look, where did it reject before? It rejected a node here that's, you know, slightly yellow, which means that it's a very high volume area. So that's where I would be targeting right now. It's right around that 19 area. I'm going to be, you know, conservative and go straight for 19. But it does look good. Now, the only concern is this previous low, like we said already here, right? If we also pull up, though, that daily again, or sorry, the 4 hour again, we can see that we have one right here at 18,826 and 18,900 of a 1 hour breaker. That could be right at this 4 hour, you know, open close low. So I do like probably that one a little bit more significant than the 1 hour one that we were talking about from this, you know, little breakout from the downside here. I honestly think that would have no problem breaking, similar to ES now. 18,855 is probably the level that would be concerning. That's what I'd watch. The bottom of the high volume node is 18, let's just say 900 to be honest. 18,900, and then maybe up to 18,940 or something. But right now, what I'd be more nervous on is that 18,500 due to this 4 hour showcasing that other 1 hour breaker block sitting up there. So that's what I'd be targeting right now to the upside. Again, we're targeting that upside order block. So you don't have to sit here and say, oh, I'm going to wait until it sets up to break that, to take the trade. You don't have to. You can look for now a bullish setup because you have a bias that, oh, we're going to go up to this 18,900 level. That's what I was trying to say earlier. It's like, if you see that there's potential space between price, where price is at now, and a potential rejection zone, you can trade into that rejection zone, then wait to see if price actually does reject it, and then flip to the downside, or whichever side is opposite. In this case, it would be the downside, and then trade it also to the downside. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. Is, you know, and that might take some time for you to get used to flipping back and forth from bull to bear, but you know, over time, it's just all noise. Like it comes down to your emotion at the end of the day. It's just going with what the market tells you and then taking it after that. It's like, yeah. So the overall retracement, though, 618 bounce. That's pretty impressive. I do like that. Let's see how it does. Let's see here. We got about 6 minutes. I'd appreciate everybody that's tuned in today and kind of hung out with us on stream. Tomorrow, again, live in the morning at probably 9 a.m. Let's take a quick look at the news here. So I posted the news here as well, guys. Again, this is probably the thing that's going to help you the most. Make sure that you get it, because here you go, boom. So we post on the LuxAlgo X account the news, right? The news for the week. It's like a calendar. We post it on there. It's usually starting with a meme. So this one's what's Tim cooking this week. But again, tomorrow, OPEC at 7, which is the barrels, the crude oil. We had crude oil inventories then at 10:30 on Wednesday. So tomorrow, though, the biggest thing is just the GME. We have a 1 p.m. 3-year auction, which you might see a tiny bit of volatility. Biggest thing, though, is after hours GME, which is why there's a potential. Nas was Lovington in New York session. It was a great day for the New York session and the NASDAQ. Just that VWAP holding all day was great, other than the breaking of this swing. But again, there was no reason to really even look for trade opposite of that after this rejection. That was a perfect downside move. But yeah, so that was a great little move back. We, pretty much filled all these gaps here, all these imbalances on the sell side, and now we're kind of hovering. Dennis, yo, actually, what the heck? Nice little move there. Also, there you go. There's that 137 rejection off the weekly level. There's your price target if you're day trading it. This is for you, man.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
It's for you, man. If you didn't buy this, I'm gonna be so mad at you. If you didn't buy this, Dennis, I'm gonna be so mad at you. If you did not buy this, Dennis, please tell me, for the love of God. I've preached 121 over and over. He said, okay, hear me out. Any views on Pepsi tomorrow? We can look at it. I've preached this level, bro. We're going to be live in the morning again, guys, by the way. 121 on Solana. Can't tell you how many times that I've told people on stream that that's the level, man. If you're looking to buy potential longs, that's it. Why are you buying 70K worth at 160, dude? Oh, man. Going into September, you're going into like the bear market. You're going into the bear month. When did you buy it? It's fine. I mean, I like Solana long term. You gave up. What do you mean? Are you holding it? Can you buy now? Now it's fine. Between 120 and 136 is fine. I buy them every week. Oh, you bought it in August. Oh, man. You're fine, man. Again, guys, if you know me, I'm mega bull on Solana. I do think that Solana's, my overall price target right now on Solana is 250. I think we could get it. But every single time it hits 136, every single time it hits 120, I always buy a little bit more. But I do buy it weekly. I just throw in, like, people throw in like a certain amount of their paycheck to a 401k. That's how I treat like Solana and Bitcoin and Ethereum. Recently on Ethereum, I've dialed back a bit because of the way it's been. But right now, Solana and Bitcoin, the biggest ones that I dump some of my money into every single week or every time I get paid. So it's just worth it. Just worth it. I thought we'd go down to 100, man. It wants Pepsi for tomorrow. Let's see. All right, guys, we'll do. I'm so used to doing crypto on this stream. What is Pepsi? It's Pep, right? Yeah. You got your dividend payment yesterday. What is their dividend? 2.98%. Yikes. What is theirs? 2.4. That's not too bad, actually. I always forget what's a good dividend percentage this time of this day and age. I guess 2.9% isn't that bad. All the stocks that pay dividends, I don't even pay attention to. It's so funny when you get into trading. When you get into trading, it's like things like dividends and stuff just go out the window. You're mostly just looking at earnings, and like, you just take the money and run on the dividend. What's Starbucks dividend? Have they changed theirs? They probably have. 2.5. That's still okay. You're staking your soul. Okay, good. Yeah, staking. There you go. That's worth it. All right. Let's go to Pepsi. I feel like I would want more than 2% though. Either way, it's fine. Okay, Pepsi. These are all low time frame here. Let's go to the. I'm gonna swap these order blocks over to the chart again. We can see them. Okay, so Pepsi right now, you have bullish money flow, which is nice. The current state right now is in an uptrend, which is nice. That's what we want. You're up above that high volume node as well, which is nice. That's what you want. You're in lower volume levels. That's nice. That's what you want. Today is a good day. It closed up quite nicely. I would say I would target right now this upper order block, 180s to 183 is where I would go. I think you're doing pretty solid today. Again, price respected highs here. Can't go wrong when price respects highs, right? Price respected high. This thing looks really good for a breakout. So if you're long on this, great job. This little candle here was fantastic for your odds to play the long side. Great job. Daily, similar situation. Yeah, like I said already, off the highs there. Again, I would probably just be careful with this high here. This high is 180.91. So if it hits 180, maybe that's, especially if you're in like a short swing or something, that'd be your take profit. If we're talking weekly chart, wow, weekly looks good too. Weekly looks really good actually. Oscillator's probably looking really clean. Yeah, Oscillator set a lower low and now it's back up with bullish money flow flipping. If it can break through this swing high here, then you're going straight to 188. So I like it. Pepsi for tomorrow. I like it to the upside, man. I think you're looking good. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Oh, buddy boy, look at my Bitcoin go. Let's go, guys. If you're following my X account, we are now have fully called a 7% move since Sunday. So suck it. For real though. 7% move from Sunday. So suck it. Again, I'm going to be posting. Dude, you guys are awesome. Let's go. Thank you for the follows. Bitcoin. I'm going to be posting Sunday analysis on Bitcoin. We literally discussed on Sunday. Here's my Sunday chart. One more time, suck it. 54K bounce if we had the weekly close. We are looking for that 58K retest as stated here. Here we go. Let me read this out in a really annoying voice for you. The one-day Bitcoin chart is a very bearish, but we do have a breaker block above sitting at 56 to 58 that I could see price bounce to if the weekly closes over 54K. If you can't understand what I just said there, then don't follow me, please. This is the bull's final case. Please. If they can hold 54K and run it back to high volume node, that final case is up there at 267K. If you can't understand that I needed the weekly close over 54K, and we were looking for a move right to that breaker, then I don't know what you're doing. Weekly close. Guess what? What was the weekly closing price? Look it up there. 54,881. Hallelujah. Happy Monday. We're up 5%. Suck it. Okay? Posted on Sunday morning. Price was like 54. I don't know. This is wherever it was. Sunday. Here you go. Yeah, right under 55K. I think it was like Sunday morning. Let's look at Sunday morning. Why not? Posted it at. Let's just see. Let's get the exact. Let's get the exact amount, real quick. What time did I post this? Well, 8:01 a.m. I posted it early for you guys. I want you to get a good day out of this. Where's my Bitcoin chart? 8:01 a.m. And it has to be Chicago time. That's me. Except Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 8 a.m. Dude, we even got a good price here. Sunday right here. Here's your 8 a.m. candle. 8 a.m. to now. There you go, 6%. Again, suck it. All right, great move. Can't get better than that. I scooped 600%, 57K down to 53. I'm shorting it again tomorrow. I wanted longs back to 57, but I was gun shy. Yeah, it's hard to flip bias that quickly, but again. Is the order box by... No. Is the order box by Flux chart? Okay, the funny part about Flux chart is that you have to understand they're literally called F Lux, right? Because I'm pretty sure they decided they pretty much copied the code in all, you know, our premium indicators for the most part. It's like, why would you do an F and then Lux, right? Because we're Lux out, right? Is this a scalping stream? Tomorrow we'll be trading live. How much percentage of money in trading account do you recommend using? Man, it depends on your account size. If you have, let's say if you have a 10K account, I would trade 1%. Is this live? Yes. It is live. SEAL Team Rick. That's a cool name, actually. SEAL Team Rick. Yes, I was using the order. I was using the price action concepts indicator by LuxAlgo because this is a LuxAlgo stream. Are they cheaper? Asking for a friend. Dennis, it doesn't. Dude, we were the #1 in this space, by the way. We've been OGs for every single indicator that you've seen that's been recreated. It's all because of us. Now, theirs do not calculate the ways ours do. They're actually 100 times better. They're just random data they put on there. Tomorrow, I'll be live at 9 a.m. Eastern. Or, no, 10 a.m. Eastern. I like to wait till 10 a.m. Potentially. Between open and 10 a.m. So the first 30 minutes of market open. This is the price action concepts. Sunday was too easy. Bro, not everybody has looked at these markets all together, man. Again, I'm just trying to provide good value. Make it easier for people, okay? I'm glad that it was easy for you. It's not always easy for everybody, Yassine. I appreciate you, though. I ain't got no beef with it being easy. That's why I'm trying to show you how easy it can be, brother. Main focus tomorrow is going to be ES and NQ futures. Why did we flip so hard up today? It's most of that weekly close, and then also the overall markets were at an extended downside. So I feel Bitcoin dominance has reached its peak this cycle, potentially. There always can be new highs, right? What do I trade? If we're talking specific trade, it's ES and NQ futures. That's it. I buy Bitcoin, I buy Solana, and I buy Ethereum when it's not sucking. I mostly buy just Bitcoin and Solana right now because Ethereum is sucking. But I only trade ES and NQ futures. Gold, meh. Who wants to buy something? Who wants to trade something that? Who wants to trade something on gold that only moves like 0.5%? Just kidding. But for reals, if I ever trade gold, I'll trade gold futures. Why do I don't like trading gold? Was that not clear? Oh. I don't know, man. I haven't been. This is why I don't like trading gold. Look at this. I will say there is a plus side to this. I mostly just do it as a joke, but I say it as a joke. I don't trade it much. I do like it though. I'm a fan, but I don't want to trade it, to be honest. I'm not gonna say I don't like it. It can be very choppy. News is a huge effect on it, which is annoying as much as it moves. But I will say the structure on it can be really clean. There are times I do like it more than others, but I don't trade it often. Structure's super clean on it though sometimes. Just NQ and ES. If you're in the US, you understand. There's nothing like it. Currently down on my Nvidia. Do I sell or hold? Hold it. I don't know where you're at on Nvidia, but again, Are you short Nvidia? I honestly think anywhere around that $100 price is pretty solid. We have the CEO talking this week. Here's your 618, by the way, guys. This is another reason why we could have a nice bounce back tomorrow. Apple had their event today. They were down. Look at that. Wow. Look at that candle. Incredible. Lower high, though. But let's see. How does it play? I like to trade the S&P 500. I should just say S&P 500. It's the ES, but S&P 500 mini futures and the NASDAQ futures. Lovely 50% bounce on the NASDAQ, like I said. All right, guys. Before we go, hear me out. We need to concoct something. Tonight, Jets versus San Francisco. Who you got? Jets versus San Francisco. Who you got? If you say Jets, get out of the stream. I'm currently long bought for last year. On what? What's the pros of trading indexes compared to the... you want to trade futures. I wouldn't trade the indexes. San Francisco. Of course, obviously, S&P is an index, right? NASDAQ is an index. But trade the future side. Don't trade SPX options. You still get the benefit of, you still get somewhat of a tax benefit, but, if you're going to trade the actual S&P, just trade the futures. Your tax benefit is 10 times better than the actual SPX. San Francisco, duh. All right, so we're going New York Jets money line. Just kidding. Okay, hear me out. If you guys want to guarantee money, I'm not going to pay you back if this doesn't hit, but Christian McCaffrey minus 170. Are you joking me? Honestly, just put as much as the highest wager you can make, 42,000. Put as much as you can put on this. That's it. There you go. Funded account. Funded account. There's no way. There can't be. It can't be that this man does not get in the end zone tonight. Right? Or am I wrong? You could ball it up with Breece Hall there, but there's just no way. 170, that's crazy. You're not going to get these odds at all this season. He's questionable, right? He is questionable. No way that man doesn't play, though, right? CMC. Whatever. San Francisco is back in action tonight. And let's see. Doubtful. Wait, no, that's not real. Hold on. He's got it. He's got to play, right? I haven't placed the bet yet, thank God, but why would he's got to play if that bet's still up there. If he's doubtful, they would just refund you, though. I'll probably type in CMC and that pops up, right? I'd be shocked if the man doesn't play. I know he was questionable. He's still questionable. Maybe if I log into fantasy, it'll give me a better breakdown. It was a calf. Yeah. Calf Achilles. But he expects to play and handle something close to normal workload 7 hours ago. Why the hell does that other one say doubtful? What do you... It'll refund your money. Again, though. All right, here we go. Let's be honest. I'm not going to take San Francisco money line just because, even if I were to think that would happen, we might as well just play. Guys, also, don't tell anybody this. The books might be watching on the live. No, they won't. This is it, man. So this weekend, I placed a $5 bet on every single team to have a special teams touchdown. I placed $5 bet on every single one. You needed one to hit for it to make a tiny bit of profit, but the more that hit, the crazier it got. 3 of them hit. 3 of them hit. We had the new kickoff rules. What a great idea was that? That was my favorite idea ever. We're going to see how it does next week. I'm going to keep doing it until it fails. 3 hit yesterday. We had 2 TD returns. 1 happened to be on my team, sadly. Or 2 punt returns. 1 happened to be on my team, sadly. And then we had 1 kickoff return. I'm going to be playing this tonight, you best believe. But clever idea. The new kickoff rules, dude? Oh, okay. Get out of here, Dennis. There's just a different kickoff. It's just so more will return it. That's why. All right. What else is going with CMC? What else are you picking with CMC though? I feel like I'm with you on right. I feel like that's a guarantee. If he's playing, I feel like it's a guarantee. It's gonna be funny though. You know how much money they like FanDuel would make, or just the sportsbook would make if he doesn't score tonight. Now I will say, let's see here. What's the first half? I don't want touchdown props, so let's go back now. Same game. First half. First drive result. Gosh, there's so many. First half winner. Let's do first half spread. Yeah. There you go. Now that's a bet I like there. There you go. Almost at 1.5 to 1. First half spread. 49ers 2.5. I feel like they'd be up. Only 3 points for that to get minus 125. You get 3.5 on the first half spread, and then 2.5 on the first half spread, and then Christian McCaffrey to score. That's 1.5 to 1. If you have the boosted odds, so you can boost it, or boosted token. What are his yardages at right now? Let's do what is it? Rushing props. 70. What did he average last year? What did he average a game last year? Do we know? 1,500 yards. 5 yards a carry. That's awesome. What a beast. Let's see. It was last one 80 yards, 90, 98, 64, 103. He's questionable, but I feel like they're going to give him the workload regardless. 145, 93, 114, 78, 95. It only needs 72. There you go. Add that to the docket too. There's no way he doesn't play this whole game. It didn't seem that bad of an injury. Where did that go? Oh, I think it was on the. Where was I just looking at that? Here, this one. Expect to play and handle some of his normal workload. Close to his normal workload. I like Breece Hall over his yards though. They'll at least pound it with Breece. What's hold on. What is have a look at the Niners. Oh, wrong word. Niners rush defense. What was their stats last year? What was their ranking on rushing? First. Yikes. All right, never mind. Yeah, screw that. God dang it. How are they? That's insane. Wait, no, that doesn't seem right. There you go. Never mind. They weren't. I don't know why that. Why was that filtered that way? Weird. So they weren't actually. Never mind. Bitcoin's back down now. Came into a key level. Oh, look at him making me look. Believe it or not, but field goals are low-key a banger. Like, what do you mean, over on field goals or something? On week 1 field goals, honestly, yeah, you're probably right. Sorry, I filtered that wrong, though. Allowed rush yards last year, look, they're actually pretty bad. 4.1 yards a carry. And they've... It's not bad, actually. 49. Dang. Longest, 49. The Breece on the over. I think Breece on the over would be good. I think he could actually have a touchdown as well tonight. You could take both of them. That's our almost 10 to 1 already. 7.5 to 1. I hit almost all field goals Sunday night, almost every game. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, the field goals are good, especially on week 1. And honestly, last night was good for them as well. Man, they have a ton of bets for tonight just because it's the first time the Niners are playing again, too. Rush attempts. 16 rush attempts on CMC. I mean, I do like both of them in the over. Actually, how was the Jets there? 4 yards of carry as well. Oh, I got you. I don't know. We're already almost 2 hours into the stream. I don't know. Why would you say Bitcoin's dumping right now? Why would you even put that in the universe? Also, though, you see this line here? Bearish divergence. Confirmed there. Again, guys, here's... Okay. Do this, though. If you ever see a bullish or bearish candle that gives this big of a wick that's bigger than its body, the odds of the next candle being bearish are pretty high. It's pretty high for this to happen like this. Like, let's go back to the last one I had, right? Where there's no lower wick, a huge upper wick, and a short body, right? All right, it's like an inverted hammer, but it's, on the bull side, right? So let's go to the last time this happened. Here you go. Like here, lower wick, large upper wick, closed body, tick down, right? All right. This one here, no lower wick. Let's take this off. This is good price action reading here, guys. See? You have a lower, higher wick, a much bigger lower wick, right? Never to retest that low and then bounces, right? Let's keep going. Here you go again. Aggressive lower wick, aggressive lower wick, barely an upper wick on the downside. Reverts there, right? This one's a little different. Obviously, that upper wick's kind of high. You want to like a little chode wick. The lows. We call it a chode wick. God bless. The odds of that, like here you go, like short, long, bam. Short, long, bam. Just, it's not gonna be 100%, but that's such a good price action read there. You've never seen those. I wouldn't take it there. You need to take it at pivotal points. Hammer there that drove that lower. Hammers are good too. But that's an underrated candle pattern. Underrated candles. Can you add fair value gaps to the reversal zones? Yeah, watch this. I tick on the price action concepts. I go to settings. I scroll down. I click fair value gaps right here. We got inverse double volume imbalance and opening gaps. But there you go, fair value gaps. And as you can see, boom, there's one formed right now that's already trying to bounce off of, and it's above the previous high. Fair value gap down here still hasn't been filled. For those of you that trade inverse, though, I know that's a very popular one right now. For those of you that trade inverse FVGs, we also have a free indicator for that too. That's very popular. Let's go see if there's any of the past few days. Literally, you can just type in inverse FVG. No, it's called IFVG. Sorry. Bam. Inverse here. Like this gives signals too. You can filter them out accordingly too. But that's a very popular one. They got pre-market, post-market there. Nice bounce and go. Again. It's a very large one. But you can filter these however you would like to. So like you can add your ATR multiplier and then prefer your close, show a certain amount of last ones, just to kind of help you identify the better ones too. You can easily filter them. But again, guys, we offer like literally so many free indicators. If you don't already know, like all you have to do is go to the website LuxAlgo.com and just go up to the right-hand corner, click library. Now, within this library, if I can zoom in here, better view here. Within this library here, we have 200 free indicators, all based on certain things like price action, support and resistance, volume, signals, forecasting, oscillators, artificial intelligence, time-based, random ones for fun, candlestick ones. Like, they're like, if you're looking for an indicator that based on a concept that you might like, we probably have it. Just saying. And then you could also search like things like ICD, but also we provide them on other platforms like MetaTrader 4 and 5, Thinkorswim, and NinjaTrader. Like, all you have to do is filter them out with like Thinkorswim here, and all of these are available on Thinkorswim. But all of them eventually will be coming to all the platforms. It just depends on if we can. We got 51 on Thinkorswim. NinjaTrader has 147. MetaTrader 5, we have 80 of them. We have 80 of them on MetaTrader 4, and obviously all the rest are on TradingView. So again, they're all absolutely free. And then obviously, if you like the ones I use today, just click exclusive tools, upper left-hand corner. And then you can scroll through and see. We have these things called screeners as well. And then also, if you're looking into potentially developing a strategy of your own, that's automatic trading. We have backtesting systems where you can actually set up backtested scripts. Like, I can show you. Let's go to like Ethereum or something. Oh, oops. So we have like backtested scripts here. If I go to like the daily or something, I put one on back testing. Let's do signals and overlays. Let's see how this is done. Dang. So here you go. Here's Ethereum. Just the default of a backtesting script on Ethereum, just trading Ethereum using signals and overlays. It's 48% profitable, but it has a 2.26 profit factor. The drawdowns 1900, 10% drawdown with an 80% net profit. These are things you can actually set up to automate yourself to trade crypto. I forgot to go back, but you can't see that on mobile. But if I move this over, maybe. But this is just another addition to, if you want to get more in depth with everything, you can. We have these for all of our all the premium indicators. Where's that? There you go. Here, I'll show this. I'm not gonna even do that actually. I can do it this way. There you go. So there you go. It's like you have 80% versus the 10% drawdown, but only 48% profitable. So this can even show you that you technically don't have to have a percent profitable strategy to be like have a successful strategy, right? It doesn't have to be like 180, 80% or 7%. It just, your profit factor has to line up with your drawdown. So it's like, how does it take you to get this level in PineScript? So we have a massive team of the best developers on TradingView that are now on our team. I'm not a coder. I do marketing and these live streams with you guys. I'm a trader as well, so that's why I do the streams. Because I'm on top of using all the indicators, I'm also trading, also editing, also I don't even know, helping with ideas on indicators, connecting with people for new indicators. I mean, whatever it may be on the marketing side, I'm involved with that. Can we take a look at gold? I'm way past my stream time, man. Hey, Marius. 1 second. All right. Sorry. Yeah, real quick, Marius, because I got to call it a stream. But if you go to this current stream that we're in, all right, it'll load for me. You go here. Okay, you jerk. I'm gonna get a quick. insurance ad really fast. If you go to this current stream, go back to, I think we touched on it at the beginning here. We did. There you go. Boom. Go back to, let's see, marker. What are we at here? Why is it giving me minus an hour? It's about, oh yeah, what were we at? 2 hours. So it's about, I don't know, 40 minutes into it. Yeah. About 40 minutes into the stream, we go over gold, okay? We go over gold about 40 minutes into the stream. Just go back on there and check that out, guys. All right, I got to bounce, my friends. I appreciate you. When I said Bitcoin is down, I meant it just dropped back almost like 1K. I mean, it literally just rallied so hard. But guys, tomorrow, again, you'll get my full breakdown on what I'm looking for on the U.S. markets on Twitter. So you follow me at Indicators Work, and then also follow us on the LuxAlgo Twitter if you want current market updates with everything going on. That's important. Everything you need to know, it will be on our Twitter, and you will be alerted in real time. It'll be sometimes before everybody else. So make sure that you follow Twitter at LuxAlgo as well. Besides that, guys, I very much appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord. Mickey, we have another guy literally, another, honestly, LuxAlgo wizard. Goes live in the Discord. Just type in discord.gg/lux, or go to LuxAlgo, or type in on Google LuxAlgo Discord, or click the link in the description of this live stream. It has a Discord there. Absolutely free Discord. You can hang out in there and trade with a bunch of other people that use the same indicators as I do. But we'll be back streaming tomorrow morning, so make sure you tune in then. Be around 10 a.m. Eastern time. I will see you guys then. I appreciate you. Like always, have a great rest of your day, and tomorrow, live trading. Let's get it. Let's go. Peace. Turn the music up. We gotta do a quick exit scenario here. A quick little blue smoke for you. Quick little laser show for you. And we'll close out. Even the song's killing it. Hold up. I paused the music there, brother. I paused it. All right, guys. That's it. Money. All the best, Flashy. I appreciate it, man. And tonight, let's go Niners. Let's go CMC, baby. Come on, get in the end zone. But tomorrow, GME earnings. That's about it. GME earnings and a little bit of a fun live stream trading. We'll be going over it. But, guys, I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the AM. Have a great evening, and man, oh man, let's go Bitcoin. Let's get this bounce back to 60K, baby. Let's go up 64K, maybe get a hella breakout after that. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Peace.